I'm Renata, this is Josh, and this is Gaia. We've spent the last 2 weeks exploring Georgetown, and in this video, we're going to share with you our top things to do when you come to Georgetown, Penang. The first thing you must do when you come to Penang is explore Georgetown by foot. The street art in this UNESCO World Heritage City is world famous, and it's so fun being able to interact with it. The architecture in Georgetown is also really beautiful. There are over 12,000 heritage-listed buildings in the city, and because Georgetown has over 500 years of trading history between the East and the West, there are so many rich cultures represented in the buildings and city itself. It's also really cool seeing the old historic buildings next to huge modern towers. It's very unique. Georgetown is just such a walkable city, so we highly recommend getting out and exploring by foot. We've come to Penang Hill this morning, which we're really excited about. It's at 821 metres above sea level, and the climate is roughly 5 degrees cooler than Georgetown, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. And it's a really great spot for tourists and locals to come and cool down. Plus, the air quality at the top of Penang Hill is said to be some of the cleanest in Malaysia. To get to the top of Penang Hill, you can either walk up, which takes roughly 3 hours, or you can do what we're doing and catch the train. They run hourly from 7 AM until 10 PM, and for an adult it's 30 ringgit, and for a child it's 15. Thankfully, Gaia is free.
So the railway was made operational in 1923 to passengers on the 21st of October, coincidentally my birthday. Originally the railway was built for the British to escape the hot weather of Georgetown, and I can understand why, because we've been absolute sweaty messes the whole time we've been here.
Once you get to the top of Penang Hill, there's a bunch of different walks that you can choose to do and different activities and things to look at. We've gone for Nature Trail Walk 1, which is a 45-minute loop. Approximately, it's 1.5 kilometers, and it takes you through the Penang Hills with some epic views and hopefully a chance of seeing some monkeys, which Gaia will absolutely love. And then after this, we will be heading on to the habitat.
The next place you have to visit when you come to Penang Hill is the Habitat, which is a world-class rainforest discovery centre, and it's got this amazing rainforest as a backdrop. The rainforest is estimated to be over 130 million years old. To put that in perspective, the Amazon basin is between 55 to 70 million years old, which means it's home to some of the most diverse flora and fauna in the world. For entry into the Habitat, it's 60 ringgit for an adult and it's 40 ringgit for a child. Gaia obviously being 2, she's free, which is always good for us, and you get to go all the way through, and there's also loads of other activities that you can do as well, but we're just going to go for the walk, which is 1.6 kilometers to the end, and then they have a shuttle back to the train.
We absolutely love taking Gaia out and being in nature. We hope that it instills a love of the environment in her and that she grows up wanting to protect it and do good by it. And that's why Malaysia is such a cool destination to come to, because only 6% of the world's landmass is actually tropical rainforest now, and Malaysia has the highest cover of anywhere in the world. And even although it is only 6% of the world, 80% of the documented species live in tropical rainforest environments. So it's really important that we do our part to protect it.
Anxiety ya.
So we made it to the top, the highest point in Penang, and it's eerily quiet up here. Like the rain from the rainforest is kind of blowing in and you can't really see anything to this side, which is super creepy and really cool. And then as you go over to the other side, you just have this amazing view over Penang and the water. It's stunning. Definitely a must do when you come to Penang. Yeah, just make sure you come here. It's one of the best things that we've done on a trip so far. Today we've come to Keelung C Temple on the outskirts of Penang. It's around about a 25-minute drive from Georgetown, and it is absolutely stunning. It's the largest Buddhist temple in all of Malaysia, and it's built on these 3 different levels up on the side of a hill, and you get these incredible views of Penang, which is just absolutely amazing. And when you come to the top, you get to this incredible statue, absolutely amazing. So to get up to the main part of the temple, you can either walk up or you can get a tram type contraption all the way to the top. It only costs 6 ringgit to do up and down. We got the tram thing up and we walked down because we thought it'd be nice to have 2 different routes and see what it's like on the walk down. But to be honest, it is just a road, so I'd probably recommend doing the tram thing up and down.
Good morning from another absolutely beautiful day here in Penang, Malaysia. We are loving Georgetown so far, and we're out today exploring more of the town, and we're heading to Fort Cornwallis. Fort Cornwallis is built on the site where the first British ship landed, which was led by Captain Francis Light. And when we were reading about it, it said it's where they landed to take possession of the island, which makes us really uncomfortable to use those words, but that's what happened. So we are going to come and check it out today, and we've just arrived now. Fort Cornwallis was built in 1786, so it's very historic, and we are excited to have a little bit of a look around and hopefully learn a few things.
To get into Fort Cornwallis, it only costs 5 ringgit per person, and obviously Gaia is free due to being a child, and you get to be able to walk around the whole grounds, which is so cool. The original structure, which was built in 1786, was built out of palm, and it was named after the General of the Bengal, Charles Cornwallis, and in 1793 they rebuilt it out of brick, and they said that it costs roughly around 67,000 Spanish dollars at the time, which is crazy expensive. And basically it was used as a military base to kind of ward off attack from the French, which never actually happened. As Renata said earlier, it's a bit confronting sometimes, especially being British, coming to these places where we took possession of the island. It kind of shows that huge history that the Brits had with colonization.
We're just looking at a cannon up there that dates back to 1613, and it's such a reminder to Josh and I of why travel can be the most amazing education for us and for Gaia. We have conversations about things like what a cannon is and colonization and learning about the history of a place when you're there. For me anyway, it sinks in so much more than just reading about it in a book or watching a documentary on TV. Really reinforces for Josh and I why we are so glad to be traveling with Gaia and giving her this exposure. Even if she was only 2 and she probably won't remember it, it will shape her and her love for travel, and hopefully her love for like learning and history and the world around her.
One of the things you can't miss when you come to Georgetown is the clan jetties. There are 6 different clan jetties, which are wooden settlements out on the water, which are from traditional Chinese settlers. There are 6 different ones. They're all based off their own family, and they all have their own temple in each one. They're definitely something that's so unique to Georgetown, and you just have to see them.
Absolutely incredible is that we're in the middle of the water right now. There's just water underneath us, and yet they have satellite cables, there's power lines and power poles. It's so cool, a really unique experience. The next jetty that we're going to check out is the True Clan jetty. It's meant to be one of the more touristy ones, so I guess they're used to people coming and having a wander through, but it was really nice to check out the last one because it was so quiet. We were the only people there, and everyone seemed really happy to see us.
The jetties are open from 9 until 9. Even though they are free to enter, they do say to give a donation, and it's something that helps preserve the heritage of the place and keep it running. So definitely try and give something, whatever you can, when you come here.
This jetty is so different to the one that we just went down. It's way more touristy, there's a lot more people, and there's a lot more shops selling things. There was none of that on the last one. The last jetty you could get lunch for 1 ringgit at one place, whereas here there's lots of cafes that are definitely aimed more at tourists. So I can see why it is popular for tourists, because they're really set up for it.
So I've just come down to Little India and we've got a stall that's called the most famous samosa stall. So we just got a couple of samosas, a couple of bhajis, and they're super cheap. There's like 80 cents. So super good. And it's definitely something you have to do when you come to Penang. One of the big things about Penang, it's world famous and there are so many stalls and some of them have been around since 1800s and the early 1900s. So definitely come and check this out.
I'm just trying the samosa here. As you can see, I've already dug into it. It is so good. There's something really satisfying about just going to a local place on the side of the street, getting something delicious to eat, and then just like eating it while you walk to your next destination. So tasty though. We'll try and put a little map up. It was amazing. The final place you must visit when you come to Penang is the Hin Bus Depot Market. As the name would suggest, it used to be an old bus depot and now it's a really cool creative flea market and it seems like a really cool community space. We're loving it.
Hin Bus Depot's transformation can be traced back to 2014 when Lithuanian artist Ernest Zakharovich, most famous for his street art in Penang, first used the venue for his solo exhibition. Today, this space is home to almost a dozen shop houses, having expanded to support not only artists, but also chefs, baristas, bartenders and artisans in the community.
If you're coming to the market here at Hin Bus Depot, we'd definitely recommend coming on a Sunday afternoon. We're here about 10:30, 11 and almost everything is open, but there are still a few stores setting up and we've been told Sunday afternoon was best anyway. It's such a cool market, so many cool stalls, bring cash if you come, and Guy is loving it. It's a really great place to come with kids. Thank you guys for watching our What You Should Do in Penang video. We really hope that you've enjoyed it and we'll see you on the next one.
Myself and Renat.
They're used to tourists coming and checking it out. Yes, Gaia. We got to experience what am I even saying? We've come to Penang Hill this morning and okay, third time's the charm. Plus, the air quality up here is meant to be some of the cleanest in Georgetown. Plus, the air quality up here is meant to be some of the cleanest in the world. Mommy. Malaysia has one. Yes, Papa? Okay, that's really creepy.
When Lithuanian artist Hin Bus Depot's